should be fine. Don't mute yourself because I think the questions are important. But the recording, I can record it. Yeah, I won't record it through OBS because then you wouldn't see all the tools and stuff. So if you are watching this and want to join in, and you are watching this, of course you are. I know you are. You go to obsproject.com, download your version of OBS for whichever.
Got it downloaded.
Yeah, cool. So
that all set up and downloaded.
So when you open it up first, you'll see when you configure it. Don't worry about the streaming unless you want to stream. That's probably not something that you're going to need to do. So if you've already gone through the auto config and you've tried to do the streaming and stuff, don't mind anything about the streaming unless you want to stream on Twitch or Picarto or YouTube or whatever.
Maybe someday, but
maybe someday. Yeah. So
getting a little bit more self-confidence in that.
Yeah. No, I've been doing these live sessions for 6 or 7 years, I think, and it isn't until just starting in January, I started doing the streaming, and I don't think I could have done it before then.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of scenes made up. You can see already I have a still life set up. I have a photo ref set up. I have the main screen set up, which means I put my OBS on a different monitor and actually have my whole screen displayed. Well, actually, I can show you how that works.
Gotcha.
So if I take my OBS over here, and you guys can't see that anymore, but you can see my screen, and I can record my screen. So this is how I would do Photoshop demos because I haven't figured out how to actually have OBS display just Photoshop. So I do it from the screen, and I have my screen set trimmed off so that I don't have a bunch of stuff showing on the right, which is helpful because I usually have all my icons and crap there. So I'm going to get rid of Photoshop here for a sec and pull this back to, all right. So this setup was one I was using with the books, and this setup is for gesture drawing, and I also have that little thing. Sometimes they get mixed up, but you can set, this is going to be for painting. This is going to have a webcam, a desk cam or canvas cam, and the face cam, and probably I have one more camera that's not at the moment hooked up in my canvas over there. So I'll set that up for like on still stuff. But if you want to do this for the purposes of, I should make a new scene. That's what I'm going to do. This is going to be private student, just to say, or now I'll say interactive student. Okay. So you'll start with a plain scene. I have the scenes and sources, and there's lots of tutorials on this stuff. So if you want to get more in depth with this, go ahead and do the tutorials. But if you just want to quick set this up so I can start using it right away, this would be the thing. You have a scene. It'll start out scene. You can name it. I have 2 audio inputs, but I don't know how to use audio very well. So if you go into settings, you can change the color like this. You can change the theme from dark. This is the default theme. I don't know what this is. This is something weird. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Yeah. Ooh, and it's all different kinds of languages too. Let me go back to the dark one. I like that one better. Probably don't need to worry too much about any of these right away. You're not going to be streaming. I stream on Restream so that this actually allows it to automatically stream on both Twitch and Picarto at the same time.
Okay.
This is output for recording. If you want to record yourself, you can set it a place for it to go. This is the audio output, and I'm not an audio person, so I know almost nothing about audio, and I don't really know what a replay buffer is, so I don't have that on, obviously. With the audio, you can set it up to be, like I have it, my headset, the built-in microphone, and I could actually put in any of my cameras can have a microphone on them too. So it gives you anything that's hooked up is and able to be used will be selectable. With video, I have it set to the base canvas resolution is the size of my monitor, and it just
Right.
automatically does it to this half size for output. I don't know why, but it seems to work. If you're into hotkeys, you can set up a lot of hotkeys.
Okay.
And if you want to go, you don't really need to go into the advanced stuff unless you're into the streaming, and I don't know what most of that stuff is anyway. So
Gotcha.
essentially, you can leave all the settings be and just set yourself up a scene. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my phone plugged in, my iPhone, which is something that you can use as a camera. So I'm going to go to video capture device, and you can name it whatever you want at this point and create new, or you can choose one that's already add existing and add one that's already there, which is what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a new one just to show you what it looks like. Sorry, I don't have a script. I never follow a script. I'm one of those people that never follows a script. So I'm just going to go new, create new. It's just going to make one. So when I get that, you get your plain screen in here, and then you can choose. So I have my FaceTime, my iPhone, my FaceTime, my overhead camera, my USB camera. This is actually the same as the Logitech Brio, and I don't know why it's two separate cameras, but I don't have the third camera hooked up. That's okay. So we'll just go with the FaceTime first. So there's my FaceTime camera. And you can either go with the preset, or I leave it at the highest setting usually. And you can just make that small, put that over there, and I'll just get all my cameras added here. So I'm going to add my overhead camera. So I'll put another video capture device and make a new camera here and use my Brio, my overhead camera. Okay, so I got that one. And that's my desktop. It's right over my head. It's nice that this took a while to get set up, but if you don't have an overhead camera or tripod or any of that stuff, that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. This particular camera was about $200, but you can get a little camera like this one here that I have here for about $50 or so. So that's not bad. And then I got the clamp, the stand from Amazon for like $10. I got 3 different stands, so I could try 3 different things.
Gotcha.
So finally, the other thing I'm going to put in here is my phone. And there it is right there. So with the phone, which is what you will be using so that I can see what you're doing, is you put it to camera, like so. And, all right, where is it's right up here. Why are you up there? Shoot. Come on. Let's try. Let me try resetting it. I'll remove it and redo it. Yep, I'll try it again. So I don't know why sometimes it doesn't work. I do know that if it can get kind of weird, sometimes I'll have to even reboot it. It should show up now. It's not showing up. So I might have to reboot my software because I got this little red dot up here, and it means that it's broken. It doesn't like it. So I'm going to take that away. I'm actually going to throw out this whole scene and start over. I'll reboot my software. That's usually the easiest thing to do. Since it's open source, I think that has a lot to do with it's kind of so many options, and lots of different people are actually engineering it, and I think that it isn't owned by anybody in particular, so it could be kind of glitchy. Once we get it set up, it should be fine. So just go straight from here and go straight to the iPhone. There it works, see? So I got my iPhone, and I will add a face cam because I think nope, not the scene. Let's add the face cam here. Another video capture device. You can see there's a million different things you can add.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's that. Now, with these two items, which might be all you have if you don't have a webcam, this, if you right-click on the picture, or you go here and go settings, or you go up through the interface. I'm so used to right-clicking, that's usually what I do. You can add a filter, and I always add a crop filter. It's just basic standard crop filter. And I can take this in like 200 on the right and 200 on the left, and that kind of squares it up a bit. And you can change the name of this if you want. You can also pull in from the top or the bottom. I can pull it in even tighter. So you could do, if you get into doing like a Twitch thing, you can adjust it so that you can set this the way you like. Do you have headphones by chance?
Yes.
Could you use
using them?
You are? Okay, turn off the sound coming through your computer.
Okay. Thought I did.
Now I can hear myself, so I'm figuring that I'm hearing through my headphones. I'm hearing you. All right. With this guy here, you can put on, what do I want to do here? Well, let's see. The idea being, I can still hear myself. How weird.
Is it something to do with a meeting, or?
I don't think so. It's echoing. I'm not coming through your computer?
No, I turned that speaker off.
I guess I'll just have to deal with it.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. There's a little bit of a lag. Maybe because I've got GoToMeeting running at the same time I got the OBS running, I'm not sure. So if you can set up your camera in such a way that you can see your own drawing surface on your phone. Ooh, that's really crap. That will allow me to see what you're drawing. That's the theory. So, wow, there's a huge delay. I wonder if there's a delay on this. Let's see. Like I said, it could be because I'm recording it. That shouldn't be a problem, though. At any rate, the point is that you can use your phone as a camera, you can use your face cam, you can add a camera, and then when I want to see what you're doing, then we go through GoToMeeting and I trade screens with you.
Gotcha.
So that's how it's going to work. I'm going to